Welcome to Suburban Homesteader, Wyoming, Arizona. This is Sandi. It's compost spray day. I'll show it to you on the counter. I'm going to mix it up outside, and then we're going to spray some trees and some bushes and some vegetables with it, just to give them a little extra boost. This week and next week it's cooler than it has been. We have been up in the hundreds. What the heck? This is what happens when you're working in your garden. Your hair is a hot mess. I don't know, deal with it. I don't know. Okay, let's put it together, and then we're going to spray. In 2 weeks' time, I'm going to show you the improvement. Here they are on the counter. Now this one has apple peels, brown sugar, water, and lots of chives. And it just fermented on the counter. This one is basically banana peels. Lots and lots of banana peels. It has some brown sugar, water. And all of your weeds, all of your stuff you would throw in your compost, you can make teas, fertilizers out of these. Now I'm going to put mine in a sprayer. So we are going to use the banana one first. And I filled it, you can see I filled it just below where the maximum is. And I put a strainer in there because I don't want any bits and pieces and banana peels and plant material that goes in the water. So I'm just going to slowly pour that in there, and I'll probably let it strain upside down probably for about 10-15 minutes, just so that it gets most of the liquid out of there. It does come out pretty fast, but there's always that little bit, and I want all the goodness that I can to help my plants grow and thrive. We have had horribly hot weather lately, and it has been very stressful on my plants. And so you can see all that banana peels in there, all that goodness. I actually am going to fill that up with water and do it one more time, just because I think I can get a little bit more out of there. But the bottom part's kind of thick in there. So it just mixes it up when I pour it in. You could take a stick and stir it up too if you wanted to, but really just walking over to where you're going to spray it is going to mix it up just fine, is what I think. So I'll fill that up later, put a cap on it, and just let it sit for a while. But I really think the key is adding that brown sugar. The Vineyard Chicks had a guest one night, and he was kind of a fertilizer compost expert. And he said that brown sugar worked way better than adding molasses or other things to really get those microbes going. So I'm just tightening that up. You have to make sure that you tighten it enough, and then you kind of back off. Yeah, there it's tightened enough. And then you just back off just a little bit, and then it'll come up. And then you just pump it so that it gets some pressure in there. And that way, when you press the release on the hose, it will spray up. It's really a pretty simple. They cost less than 20 bucks, and it will last you years and years and years. So the idea is that I'm just going to go around and I'm spraying it on all the leaves, the entire plant. This is just a little tiny baby apple tree. I'm going to put it at the base. I just want it to soak in good. We are supposed to get a little rain tonight, and so that will just take it down into the soil, into the goodness, to really help all of my plants that have been very stressed to be better. I haven't planted these roses because it has been so hot, so I'm just going to give them a little boost. It's interesting that your plants take up nutrients from the soil, from the air, through their leaves. It's really amazing the way that plants work. And so I'm just soaking them, underneath, above, on the soil, all the way around. Now my little 2-gallon, maybe it's 2 liters, it goes fast when you start spraying a lot of stuff, because I'm doing my roses, I'm doing all my little potted plants, just because I'm just really concerned that they were stressed. And giving them a little bit of a boost, it's great. Now, these are some really small red currants. And my other red currants that are on the corner are probably 10 times the size. But these 2 barrels, for some reason, the drainage holes got blocked, and they were not healthy. So I propped them up. I lifted them up off the ground so it would drain better. I added more drainage holes. And the difference in the leaves, all of them were so yellow. So I knew that they were sitting in water instead of having that water drain out all the time. And see this one right here, it's actually, that's a shoot that it came from the roots even. So I'm real happy. I bet you by fall they will probably triple in size. So I'm happy about that. But see how darker those leaves are since I lifted up? Bottom leaves are really kind of yellow still. But I'm just going to go through and I'm going to, this is my little area that has my apple seedlings in. I do have apple seedlings in raised beds also. You guys have probably seen that. But I just want to make sure that they're getting some goodness. I'm going to go around and all my tomatoes in pots and in the ground and in the greenhouse. Everything I'm going to spray. This tomato plant right here is actually from the Vineyard Chicks also. 2 mentions of the Vineyard Chicks today. They have Survival Seeds 2024. They're part of that collaboration. They're one of the ones that are heading it up. I haven't got any red tomatoes from them yet, but I did plant them when I got back from Arizona. So I planted a couple before I got back, but most of them after I got back. So they are really growing well, actually. Now, I used the whole container, so now it's the one with the chives. So it's got chives, a little bit of banana peel. It's got apple peels, cores in there, water, and brown sugar. So just the same, I'm just filling that up. It's not quite as dark colored as the banana one, but I don't think that makes any difference in the goodness. And I'm going to let that drain. And I'm actually going to fill that one back up too, that half-gallon mason jar, just because I think I can really get some more goodness out of it. Then they'll go to the compost pile because I don't waste anything if I can help it. See how I added water to those bananas, and I'll shake it for a couple times a day for a few days, and then I'll just let it sit for a week or so. And then I'll do it one more time. And that one I probably won't spray. I'll just put it around some plants that I want to put it around. Same with the other jar. So goodness. See, you can see that there was still some stuff in there because otherwise the water would have stayed clear, and it didn't. It's amazing what the things we would have thrown in the trash, we might as well get all the goodness, everything that we can to help our plants. And so this is just one of the things I do to help my shrubs, my bushes, my trees, my vegetables. Well, I thought that was interesting. And I've done fermenting a lot of different weeds and a lot of different things to make goodness for my plants. But this was really easy. Just sat on my counter. I didn't have to do anything. It didn't explode. It didn't overflow. I did twist the cap a couple times when it was really in the bubbly stage. But I am just going to use that second one for goodness with other plants. This is Sandi, Suburban Homesteader, Wyoming, Arizona. Have a great day. Enjoy the sunshine. Enjoy your summer. Be productive.